E.N.D here, day 7 for the spoilers of Commander Legends. Today it's Sunday, very few cards have been spoiled, so we don't waste time and start immediately. First card, Fire Diamond. 2. Enter the battlefield tapped and you add 1 red. Filigree Familiar. 3. 2/2. Enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, and when it dies, you draw a card. Fact or Fiction. 3 and 1 blue. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles, put one into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Noxious Dragon. 4 and 2 black, it's a 4/4 flying. When it dies, you may destroy target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. Nadier's Nightblade. 2 and 1 black, it's a 1/3. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Victimize. 2 and 1 black, it's a sorcery. Choose 2 target creatures cards in your graveyard. Sacrifice a creature. If you do, return the chosen cards to the battlefield tapped. Tormund, Desecrator. 3 and 1 black, it's a 4/2. Legendary creature. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Has also partner. Nadier, Twilight Agent. 5 and 1 black, it's a 3/3. Another legendary creature. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When it leaves the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 green elf warriors creature tokens equal to Nadier's power. Has also partner. OOZE partner. 5 and 1 green. Enters the battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Has also partner. Fertile. 2 and 1 green. Enters the battlefield with two +1/+1 counters. For 1 and 1 green, remove a +1/+1 counter from Fertile. Target player searches their library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tab, then shuffle their library. Armorcraft Judge. 3 and 1 green, it's a 3/3. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Boros Charm, reprint of Boros Charm. 1 red and 1 white. Choose 1. Deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and target creature gain double strike until end of turn. Thought Vessel, artifact. 2. You have no maximum hand size, and tap and you add 1 colorless mana. Swiftfoot Boots. 4/2. Equip creature has hexproof and haste. Equip 1. The first rare card, Rakasha Debaser. 4 and 2 black, it's a 6/6. Whenever it attacks, put target creature cards from defending player's graveyard on the battlefield under your control. Encore. 6 and 2 black. OOZE Lord. 2 and 2 green. Oozes you control get +1/+1, including itself. Therefore, it is a 0/0, but enters the battlefield, it will have a +1. It will be a 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a commander, create a token that's a copy of OOZE Lord. Basically, if you have this card enters the battlefield. Other oozes you control will have a +1/+1. It will give 1 +1/+1 to itself, so it will be a 1/1. If at the beginning of your upkeep you control a commander, create a token that's a copy of OOZE Lord. That means that you will create the token, they will give another +1/+1, and those two will be +2/+2. And it will continue to multiply every time it's your upkeep and you control your commander. So I think this will be quite an interesting card. The first mythic card, the Revi Imperial Tactician. This is a reprint legendary creature, reprint commander. 1 green, 1 blue and 1 white, it's a 2/3 flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield or a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent. For 1 green, 1 white and 1 blue, put the Revi on the battlefield from the command zone. This means that you will bypass the commander text. Last card in the spoiler, it's a mythic card, AKIRI Lineslinger. For 1 red and 1 white, it's a 0/3, but it has First Strike, it has Vigilance, and it gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, and has also partner. So these were all the cards spoiled for today, day 7 of the spoilers Commander Legends. Stay tuned for my channel because we have another couple of days of spoilers, and I will cover all spoilers season of Commander Legends and any news about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.